could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars.
Here at Bloomington Petroglyphs Park in St. George, Utah, and it's kind of crazy because these rocks just jet up right out this little park right in the middle of a residential area, but they're kind of cool. They're probably some of the best petroglyphs I've ever seen. So yeah, it's nice, right in the middle of town. I got a new slow close toilet seat lid for the bathrooms. So I just wanted to share with you, the first thing you need to do is figure out the shape. Is it oval? Is it round? Is it white? Is it beige? And then you measure. And most of the stuff online will tell you how to measure. You're going to need length from front to back and side to side. And then after you order your new seat, okay, then it's just a matter of taking the old one off. Let me see if I can show you guys. So yeah, you're just going to take the old one off, and that's just a matter of undoing these screws back here, and then clean it good. And then here's the new one. I've got to get these old parts out of the way, and instructions are here. So I'm going to read the instructions and I'm going to put this new seat on. These bolts go through here, and this little wire nut right here gets screwed on, threaded on, hand tight. You pop these little flaps open, right? And then you put these in there, and it says tighten it until it's a finger tight, which I've already done the other one. So now I'm just doing this one. Obviously one-handed because I'm filming this. All right, so almost there. All right, now the other thing about this, these are, this is the type of toilet seat that these won't unscrew. These aren't going to come loose. Because now what I do is I put this piece, so I put this on the toilet, and then I put this piece on the bottom, and I got a 1/2 inch wrench, which fits the bottom of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten this onto the bottom of the screw, and then I'm going to use the wrench to tighten it until the bottom part of this, till this part right here snaps off from the bottom. And then it'll be on. I'll show you guys how it looks in just a minute. Okay, so just put it on hand tight, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure that it's all lined up on there just the way you want it. Nothing's crooked. And then we'll tighten down the back of them with the wrench. Those came off. So now I'm just going to snap this back on here. I'm going to raise the lid. Everything looks good. And look at it go slow. It's going really, really slow. But that's okay. It's up. Yay! We're all good. All right, guys. I only have one more toilet to do. Hi, guys. We're here in Zion National Park. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a little chilly today. I don't know what the temperature is for sure, but we're at the visitor center right now, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So we're about 10 miles from the tunnel. We're gonna go up and take a look, and I'll share it with you guys when we get there. Had such a great time taking this little short trip. We just went up and went to Mesquite, as you know, and we stayed there. I and Mandy and Gary, we stayed for the whole week. Carl, poor guy, still had to work, but he dropped me off and he came back and he picked me up. Gave us a good opportunity to shake down the new RV, and we found a few more things that needed to be tweaked, right? But listen, hey, I have a great idea for some lighting solutions in your RV. So stay tuned, and next week I'll share those with you as well. But listen, it's a beautiful area. You guys should come up and take a look at it sometime if you're ever in the neighborhood. Well, another week is behind us and we are on our way home. And it was a good week. We had a good week. Carl was able to come down front weekend and back weekend. And so this was our second time out in the new RV. And as you heard, we had a few little dips in the road. But at the end of the day, it's all about making the best of the dips or the best of the non-dips to make it all worth it, right? Listen, I was going to ask Carl a little bit about his Lippert sewer hose. So this RV in particular came with not the Rhino hoses that are the orange ones we're all familiar with. This one has a green sewer hose that's a Lippert manufacturer. And while it is very nice, it is not as common, a lot harder to get a hold of.
And very expensive.
Very expensive.
What Lippert makes it, it's called a Wastemaster, and it's very proprietary to Lippert. And the fitting wedges in and then locks in. Some of you might have this hose. But they also, so we found ourselves in need of an extension where we were, and there weren't any available.
Carl didn't park properly.
Anyway, there weren't any available, and so we had to pack the rig up, and then before we left, we backed up so that we could connect to the sewer. So the moral of the story, at least for us, is they make an adapter that goes into the Lippert fitting, and then you can put a regular bayonet style on there, to, just a standard hose that we're all used to. And so we have ordered the adapter. We have ordered new hoses, new Rhino hoses, and they're much cheaper. The hoses for the Lippert are like $160 a piece. And as we all know, Rhinos, it's still expensive, but they are the best in my opinion, and they're worth that expense, but they're nowhere near what the Lippert costs. So we're going to convert over to the Rhino hoses before our next trip, and then if we do need an added section at someday somewhere, it's much less expensive, and the Rhino hoses are pretty common. So Rhino's the brand. We call it Rhino hose like that's the type of hose, but that's the brand. It's a standard sewer hose that comes with, like you would use on almost all RVs, except for those equipped with the Lippert. So we're gonna get rid of this Lippert. It just isn't
convenient to find. If we were to run into an issue out and about and we needed a new one, you can't just buy them just anywhere. They're hard to find.
Yeah, and they're really nice hose, and they'll probably last a long time. They'll probably outlast a Rhino hose in the way they're made. They're very, very robust, but man, I don't want to spend that much money to get an extension when I'd rather get my Rhinos, and then if one blows out on me for some reason, it's easy to replace, and it's not very expensive to replace, all things considered. I just would rather go back to Rhino. So
yeah, so that's the story at this point, and we're battling some traffic on the way home. Doggies are all sleeping quietly in back. I think I was hoping that Truman and Coco would find some happy ground this week together, but I think they're getting along worse than they were before.
Yeah, she is just really grumpy with him, and
yeah,
I think it's going to be one of those deals that when he gets a little older, he's going to have to put her in her place.
Gonna have
and
to
much like I did you, baby, after we got married and everything.
Right.
Yeah. No, he's going to have to tell her, to quit messing with him, and he's not confident enough to do that yet, but I think it'll happen. I just hope there's not very much blood.
Right. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for joining us. We had a good time, and we're so happy that you came along. And if you have any questions, put them down in the comment. And if you would, hit that like button and share and subscribe to our videos. And we'll see you guys
Next week.